Welcome back to Field Trip. I'm your host, Katie Smith, and today we're at the Chicago History Museum. Join us today as we explore a new exhibit, Lincoln's Undying Words.
So far it's been very positive. We've had a lot of visitors and they seem to really enjoy it. They like learning a new story about Lincoln, and they also really enjoy seeing some of these fantastic artifacts. Well, as you know, Lincoln was shot on Good Friday in the evening of April 14th by John Wilkes Booth, and afterwards he was carried across the street to the Peterson House, where he was put on this bed at an angle because of his great height, and he lingered throughout the night and passed away early the next morning. So this bed was acquired by the Historical Society, as we used to be called, in 1920, and it's been here ever since.
And Libby, can you tell us a little bit about the backdrop here?
It depicts the scene in the Peterson house, showing Lincoln on his deathbed, and he's surrounded by friends, family, cabinet members, other government officials, everyone who visited that night. Now, they weren't all in the room together at the same time because it's a very small room. So this is more of a recreation of that night and a historic record of who came to visit Lincoln while he was dying.
Speaking of the actual artifacts that you have here, I saw that you also have Lincoln's carriage. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Lincoln purchased that carriage on his way to his first inaugural address. So he purchased it in New York City, and I don't know how much it was, but he purchased it from a very good maker, the Brewster Carriage Company, top of the line. And he purchased it for his family's use in Washington. So it wasn't the official presidential carriage, but it was more of a personal carriage. And it is not the carriage that took him to Ford's Theater, but it is the carriage that Mary Todd Lincoln brought to Chicago when she moved here after she left the White House.
Libby, can you tell us a little bit more about this exhibit?
This exhibition looks at Lincoln's views, his evolving views towards slavery and racial equality between 1858 and 1865. And I used 5 of his key speeches to trace that evolution. And it's really a dramatic story of how he changed, really as a result of the war and the pressures that he was under, and put the nation on a whole new track. We all think we know Lincoln, but there's always something new to learn. And the great artifacts that we have on view. It's really a rare opportunity to see these pieces, so please come.